Let me share to the. Oh, okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Talk Autism Thursday. Hey Jessica and Aled and Terry and Kaylee and Jenny and Linda, Audrey, Greg, Isabel, Herb, Victor, Jessica, Carolyn, Nancy, Jonathan.
And you know what? I was muted. I'm doing all that talking and I was muted.
I just looked up and saw your mouth moving and I was like, do I not have sound?
Okay. Can you hear me?
No, I can't now. And Lisa.
Wait a minute. Can you hear
Autism
me?
and Us. Yeah, I can hear you. I heard you for a second. I can't hear you now. Yeah, I can tell you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you each time. Can you not hear me? Hey, Tracy.
The heck? I don't know. Oh,
The group is Babe.
okay. Okay.
I can hear you every single time. I can hear you every single time.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, hey everybody.
So what is the group about? The group. Okay, so okay. Okay, so you're in the watch party. So it's a support group, Autism and Us.
The group you're a part of.
Yeah, so Let's Talk Autism is a open discussion time, an open forum where we discuss anything autism. You can share resources, you can share advice, you can share, you can ask questions, share stories, you can vent, you can do whatever you like. Anything autism.
Not anything you like now.
No. And we will stop you. We believe me, we will stop you. We will not discuss cures. We will not discuss vaccinations. We will not discuss those conversations that do lead to, unfortunately, those discussions that lead to arguments.
Mm-hmm. So welcome to tonight's Thursday edition. We're testing this out to see if we should be doing a Thursday and Sunday. Let's talk autism. And like Linda said, this is open discussion. So if this is your first time here, feel free to throw those questions out. And if you are a parent that sees something you can help with, feel free to chime right in the chat. It's all about parents helping parents. Oh, and just in case you guys don't know me, I'm Nita, one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And I am Linda. I am the other admin. And welcome to everybody who's here for the first time. I see Anthony says he's here for the first time, and I have a few in the watch party here for the first time.
Welcome, Anthony. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong. I couldn't hear anything, but I'm thinking it had to do with when I unplugged the microphone and plugged it back in.
Talking to me. Oh, okay.
So, hope everybody's evening is going okay. Well, So you guys can feel free to throw something out there. Let me tell you about my day. So anyway,
Mhm.
I've been working on my desk, so that's how my day has
Thank
been
you.
going by myself. So imagine trying to hold some pieces together and keep them straight. But I got it done. Nice to meet you, Stephanie. Welcome. Oh, how my son's appointment went wonderful. The doctor said nothing to worry about. It's a small fracture, so it will heal itself. And don't worry, because he was near his growth plate, near his in his big toe. I guess there's some kind of growth plate there. But he said that it shouldn't bother with that, and as long as he doesn't be too rough with it and injure it again, he should be fine. But my son is a little daredevil, so I have to watch him. So, but it went okay. So he's good. You wouldn't have even been able to tell he fractured, his toe, the way he was going. But thank you for asking.
Uh, Caroline asks, that is good. That's really good. Hopefully, he doesn't re injure it.
Right?
And then, good thing you didn't have to deal with the cast or anything like that, with
Yeah.
the baths, the showers, things like that. Um, Hopefully, he gives it time to heal. Um, Caroline had asked, where this where is this group based? So if she's talking about the nonprofit, I mean, everything has a basis, anyways. So I would say Detroit is where it's based.
You can. Who is this again?
Caroline White in the
Okay.
watch party.
We are registered in the state of Michigan. So if you'd like to look that up, you can go to business registration in the state of Michigan, pull up Autism in Us, just like it's spelled here. So that's where we're based. I am in Detroit, and Linda's in California.
She also asked, do we get parents together? Um,
We're working on that. Oh, that's one. Let me say this. Um, we want to start the idea and the vision is to kind of start like smaller groups, going through different states, and maybe like have what would you call that though?
like chapters, almost like
Yeah,
a.
yeah. That's that. I don't know why I never can think of those words, but yeah. So eventually, because we've had some members express that before. Now, the other thing you can do, because a lot of members have been doing it, like you can put up a post in the group and ask members where they located, and maybe you guys can make a connection. But I will caution everybody: just be careful. Oh, while I'm here, um, a couple members contacted me about another member that was actually in our group, very perverted. So I want to ask everyone in the group to be very careful. If someone contacts you, make sure you look through their profile, what have you. This guy was sick, to say the least. Did you happen to see that profile, Linda? Did you see it?
I seen the profile. You mean the whole thing that was in the team group? I seen the profile. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
actual profile. Yeah, so I can't remember his name. Dave
I can't remember the last name.
something.
Mhm.
But I just want to caution everybody to really be careful who you are talking to. If someone contacts you in the inbox, make sure you are comfortable with that. And these are for members of our group. If something doesn't seem right, please contact us and let us know so we can do our part and give them the boot. But you still have to do your part and remove them from your end and report from your end. So I just wanted to put that out there because there are some sick people out here. Hey, Paula and Catherine.
Hey, Gloria. Uh, Gloria says, I saw that last video a little bit ago, and I just want to tell you both how much we appreciate the hard work, both mentally and physically, that goes into keeping this group and preferred place for us to get the support we are looking for. You are both wonderful. Thank you, Gloria.
Oh, thank you, Gloria. Yes, mentally. I hadn't even had my coffee this morning.
Yes, I know. I think I woke up. I think it was 5:59 when I started to see all that.
I said, what
5:59 in
is
the
going
morning. Yeah.
on?
Hmm.
The group
Yeah.
was off the hook.
Caroline is in London.
London. Oh, wow. We have people from all over. Oh, my God. It's just like a big melting pot right here.
Hmm.
What a
And
beautiful thing.
Trisha says first time. Welcome, Trisha.
Welcome, Trisha.
And what do you say to your child's grandfather who refuses to accept and says ignorant things like beat it out of him? I love my dad, but he's a horrible granddad to my son with autism. And that's Katie Greer.
So the dad is saying horrible things to the child.
Saying she didn't say technically to the child, but wait, so he's a horrible granddad to my son with autism, but she said to beat it out of him. She didn't say that he said that to him, but it's the same thing that we've heard before. You know, kind of like you can spank it out of your child. You can, it's that kind of thing. Like it's just bad behavior. It's not autism. It's that same thing that we've heard before, unfortunately. Um, so I will say to Katie, yeah, you're not the first one to say
Yeah,
this.
right.
Unfortunately, yeah, we hear that quite often, and not just from strangers, not from grandparents. We hear that from almost every angle. We've heard it said to parents. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's sad.
Hmm.
Um, oh,
And I think it's lack of awareness, lack of
yeah.
understanding of autism is the bottom line.
Yeah, when people don't understand, then they first
Hmm.
thing they say is, "Oh, that child needs a spanking," or
Hmm.
just you can. That child is just spoiled, and you know. So Catherine says, "So my question to both of you: I do inspirational speaking on live too. I'm an autism behavior therapist, RBT. What kind of topics do y'all talk about? I'm interested in talking about my career as an RBT." Well, you're in luck, Catherine. We have a group, Autism and Us Discussions and More, where we give people such as yourself the floor for about an hour. And you can tell people, and you're an inspirational speaker, so that makes it even more wonderful. Um, we uh, give you the floor for about an hour, and you can share what it is you do and how you help people. All you would have to do is contact us. You can have that in interview form if you want, or if you want to host all by yourself, that's absolutely fine. Just contact us through the main inbox. And thank you for joining us. Hey, RS.
And Gloria responded to that one to Katie Greer, says, we'll possibly have him sit down with you while your son's not home, if possible, and watch some YouTube videos starting with comparisons between tantrums and meltdowns. That's a very good suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good.
Karina. Hi, Karina. The child is disobedient and needs structure. You weren't tough enough. Yep.
You know who that is?
Rams tells. Yep. Yep. That's just what they say, Karina. They just don't understand. Perfect for it. Yep. Sure is, RS. Perfect. And make sure you get in contact with us, Catherine. We love to have you over there.
And Deborah wants to know if anyone's from St. Louis. And Katie says, great idea, Gloria. I think it really is a great idea because they talk about how it'll explain how meltdowns are really not any more fun for the child and why, or the person on the spectrum, and why meltdowns occur and how they're different for tantrums and how tantrums are to benefit them. What the purpose of a tantrum is to get what they want, whereas a meltdown is because they're in overload mode. They're like short circuiting, like and overloading, where it's totally different than a tantrum.
Okay, Catherine. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Send us that would be a separate part. But here we're just kind of open, loose discussion. But we'll contact you and see about putting you on a schedule, and you'll be able to do your live right there. We'll explain more how it works. And Paula, when should I tell my family about my son's diagnosis? We're 1 week in and so far just don't know how to do it. Any recommendations? Just tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell them. Not
You never.
unless,
Mm-hmm.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, not unless there's something that you already know they are not going to be accepting of,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And I was going to ask, did they not know that you were wondering about that, or that that was a question you had in mind as far as autism being a possibility and the whole way along the road of before diagnosis? And now it's just the final diagnosis that they haven't heard. And how old is your son?
Mm-hmm.
And Trisha wants to know if anybody knows of any good colleges for her son or for kids or college age people on the spectrum with Asperger's. Her son will be a senior next year.
That's a good question. That's something we should research too. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple of members in here who are on the spectrum
Mm-hmm.
that are doing college studies.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Paula says he's two. Her son is two.
Okay.
They think he's fine. Well,
Oh.
so they really don't suspect anything. Well, I would just tell them. I would just sit down
Mm-hmm.
and because there's nothing. I mean, really,
It's his diagnosis.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. hmm Nothing to be ashamed of.
And yeah, I think the more time that passes, the more difficult it may become to tell them.
Oh, let me get to before Karina. Karina says child pinches and slaps when having a meltdown. Okay, so I'm assuming Catherine meant Carissa. I mean Karina. So Catherine says, Karina, when the child slaps and melts down, you want to directly, positively you redirect. You can ask them to clap their hands, say moo, say mom, stand up, turn around. Certain patterns can help you positively redirect. Mhm. Great advice. Don't really understand why he is in speech OTPT early early. Is that your parents don't understand why?
Or you're not understanding why. Yeah. I guess it would be them, right?
Yeah.
I've been worried about it for a long time. It's finally confirmed. They say late bloomer, etc. Jessica Williams says this group has helped me so much. Thank you, ladies. You're welcome, Jessica.
He's two. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, he's two, and they say late bloomer.
I think they've told her that. She said, "I've been worried about it a long time. Finally been confirmed. I guess because he has a diagnosis, and I guess well, either they say late bloomer or they've said late bloomer, right? You know
Mm.
how you kind of wonder before you get a diagnosis.
Oh, maybe they're
I
late doing things,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
he's late.
because she said it's finally confirmed.
Oh,
So it could be the family that was saying he was a late bloomer, and now she's finally got confirmation by the diagnosis, or it could have been medical. But either way, yeah, somebody was saying late bloomer, but she didn't verify. Family doesn't. Sorry, yeah, family doesn't understand why are in why he's in all those therapies. So I think it would be best. I think it's almost time to sit down and let them know, right? Because it seems like the more time that goes on, the more difficult it's going to become, and it seems like it's already getting confusing as to why things are happening.
okay. Wait a minute. And
Yes, early intervention is very important, and
very
and
important.
that's why he is in those things right now. The only thing that it seems like you're not having is that the family is there's like a disconnect as far as the family knows about his therapies, but the family doesn't know about the diagnosis. So that disconnect right there is causing some confusion, I think.
Yeah, early intervention is always good. Very
Exactly.
important. For a very important part of the process, especially if he's 2 years old. Get
And
him.
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what I was saying. That I was saying, even the states that don't diagnose right away, they postpone the diagnosis. They still put them in early intervention. Like I was talking about with Veronica, and I was talking about even I took Emily in at 14 months. They didn't want to diagnose her right away because they didn't want it to stick, even if she wasn't, diagnosed later or whatever. Even if she didn't have autism, they still wanted to get early intervention in as soon as possible.
Mhm. And Sonia Crocker, hey, how do you get a 4-year old out of Pampers? We get this every week. um, keep working with them. It just may be that, you know, they're not ready, but try different things. Try different things, and I'm sure some of the parents here will tell you, like the reward system. Uh, try if he likes a tablet, try that to help potty train him. It took me a while to get my son out of Pampers and pull-ups and all that good stuff. Um, a touch of ABA therapy may help if if you're doing therapy, make that part of his training or his session, I should say. I'm sorry. Victoria, hello. Is it normal for boys on the spectrum to feel their penis? I'm sorry.
Nita.
I'm so sorry. I am not laughing at you, Karina, but I have a son that's 13, and I can only speak for myself. Yes, yes, and more yes. I'm not laughing at you, please. It's just I have that situation going on with me. Um, so usually, like Karina, what we've started doing is when my son, if he's not doing nothing, if he's into his iPad or something, and he may just be sitting there and his hands will be there. So if I notice, all we have to do is say hands on the table, and he'll put them on the table. So we're trying to redirect them from doing that because, oh my God, um, that, and we had the issue with the hormone problems. He was one of those early ones that, erections start coming, and it was, mama don't want to see this. I don't want to deal with it type of thing. But, here, dad, you deal with this. But yeah, he's been doing pretty good lately. So, um, help with the help of ABA therapy, he's learned, and I've learned to look when he's busy doing something, his hands automatically, and you have to say hands on the table or hands, on your sides, and he knows, he responds to that very well. And Catherine, for Sonia, you can work with your child, have them sit on the potty for 4 minutes, and give a positive reinforcement like M&Ms and other snacks that they like, but make sure to praise them for the time. You can also try the potty chart. Yeah, good suggestions. Paula says, yes, correct. It's causing me stress, embarrassment, so many feelings. So, okay. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Katie says, I'm new, at least I'm not alone.
Yep, definitely not alone.
Nope.
I'm embarrassed too. He does it at school and play with his saliva. It's gross. You know what you can do at school? Because my son was, he had that issue at school too. But when you talk to the teachers who work with us, he's just fine at school now because he used to do that too. But we sat in when we had our parent meeting and discussed, well, she had a classroom full of boys, the teacher and the parents. So that was a good thing. So they already knew what to look for. So you can imagine them. They have a whole classroom of teenage boys, but they have been awesome. They have been awesome. So, but yeah, I would talk to them, and I know it can be embarrassing because my son, and I'm putting it out here. My son has done it in the grocery store. You know how you're shopping, and then all of a sudden you look over at your child, and your child has his hands down his pants and cracking up laughing. So I'm looking around like, don't do
Mhm.
that. So
Mhm.
yeah, but just keep working with him so he knows. Now his doctor says, now this is from the doctor. They have to, you know, teach him that this is private time. See, I don't want to deal with it though. So the doctor suggests, if he gets those erections, make sure, let him know you can't do it outside the house. You're not supposed to do it around people. Your bedroom is your haven. So go in your room. But how am I supposed to teach a boy this is what you're gonna do in a bedroom?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
not going through that. But yeah, just keep, talking to him, working. Because I know, trust me, I know. But I'm sure, and then a lot of parents with boys, I'm sure they've been through that, especially on the spectrum because they don't understand. Their bodies are going through changes, and all they know is, ooh, this thing between my legs.
Gloria's laughing. Hey, Roxy. Roxy's here.
Hey, Roxy. Potty Watch Martine says, yep, that's a good one. So, yeah. Um,
Uh,
oh, go ahead.
uh, I can't say her name. She says both my sons do that all day. They think it's funny.
Hmm.
And then Rich, not my Richard, but not RS, but a different Rich. I'm thinking he's talking the same things. He says, wait, I think this is okay. I think I'm in the same. On the same says, okay. Ashley says yes. Mine does the same. I redirect. Rich says we don't have to be on the spectrum to do that. LOL. Um,
Right.
both my sons do that. Oh yeah, all day. They think that's funny. Then Gloria had said, Paula, a lot of people don't understand autism, especially if they are higher functioning on the spectrum. So the same as discussed a few minutes ago, give them resources, books, YouTube links, etc. If they still try to say late bloomer or something like that, just know if your mama's heart in your mama heart, you are doing what you need for your baby.
Yeah.
Now, if these comments previous to that I was reading was out of context, please forgive me, but I thought that they were relevant to that. So please forgive me if they weren't relevant to that. Um, Gloria says, yes, Karina, every bathroom time I go in there, help him clean up. He's 5. I tell him, don't want to see all that. You need to either learn to wipe your own butt or leave that thing alone. Sonia, Gloria says, Sonia, someone suggested up here the other day to have them sit backwards on the toilet and give them some little toys to play with on top of the tank. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
And
Chris,
then, oh,
Kristen says for boys, put Cheerios in the toilet and ask them to pee pee on them. Oh, like a game. Sounds
mm-hmm.
gross, I know, but it works sometimes. Oh yeah, it sounds
And
like
the
a
Cheerios aren't coming back out the toilet, so just make sure they don't come back out the toilet. So it's all right.
says attention seeking behavior. They need to ignore it, and once he's ready to work positively, redirect. What what is attention? I must have missed something.
Hey, Julie.
Oh, 6 years old. Okay. Yeah, my son is 13, so your son is just starting. Yeah, I've been through it. He's gotten better though. Got to keep working. Keep working with it. ABA therapy is a huge factor in helping with positive redirection. We can help come up with a system that works at home and at school. Hmm.
And Roxy said, does anyone have any advice on how to speak to Raymond, my 15-year-old, about our pets passing away? Unfortunately, 2 of our 4 doggies have passed, and I never had to speak to him about death. That's a hard one. Has anyone else gone through that with their child on the spectrum?
I'm
Cat.
fine. Oh yeah, well, Catherine, around here, you're gonna see a lot of parents asking about ABA. I think ABA is for some. It doesn't work for everybody now. Just remember, a lot of parents, like me, I agree with ABA, but there are some that have had issues with it. So, hey, Monique. Oh, you say, oh boy, yes. Yeah, Monique, you have a boy too, huh? My son, 9 years old, is starting to go through this too. Yes.
Uh, Death can be hard. Get to the child's level and try to use soft spoken words, nothing too harsh.
Mhm. Tracy says where Skylar is nonverbal when she's is having that time of the month, I have to keep an eye on her because the pad really makes her mad. Where's Sky? Oh, okay, the pad. You have any advice for her?
The pad makes her mad.
Yeah, the pad.
The
I guess
pad itself, specifically, like wearing it.
That's how I'm reading it. It says, when it's that time of the month, I have to keep an eye on her because the pad really makes her mad. So I'm assuming it's irritating to her or something to that effect.
I did hear that there were somebody said it in the live maybe 2 weeks ago that there's period underwear. If it's specifically really like she's being literal, like it's the pad itself, and then maybe trying different ones. Maybe it's too bulky, or maybe it's the specific kind.
Hmm. And what are you saying you're not seeing those comments? The ABA? Oh, or what?
She says also you can have her change every 1 to 2 hours to get her used to it. I don't understand that part, because I thought, yeah, I don't understand that part, to get her used to it. Because I would have thought she was doing that anyways. I mean, either which way, she's still going to be wearing it the whole time. But even if that's the issue, if she's changing it every 1 to 2 hours, and then maybe trying different ones, trying thinner ones, trying dry weave, there's uh, different ones. Uh, and then, like I said, maybe the underwear ones. And then Karina said the same thing, maybe trying a diaper instead of a pad. Like, yeah, a diaper, maybe even like the pull ups, or the depends type of things.
Hmm. Try using a diaper. See it now. It was lagging. Oh, you were just talking about the comments in general.
Oh, okay, got it, got it. Okay, and I see. Okay, changing it 1 to 2 hours with the pads can help her adjust to the filling. Also trying to use different size pads. Also. Yeah, I still don't understand that part, but she is having it, right?
The period. Is
Yeah,
that what you're asking? Yeah, she said because she's saying every time it's that time of the month,
that's what I thought. Okay,
it's
so
mad with the pad.
okay,
I'll be right
okay,
back. I'm gonna go get my
okay,
coffee. Go ahead.
okay. I have a question about ABA. All four of my son's current therapists are not too supportive of it, and do not seem to think he needs additional therapy. However, his neurologist did give us a referral to report reasoning. We don't want to miss the window, but also don't want to overwhelm him. So, all four of my son's current therapists are not too supportive of it. So, you said he has PT, he has physical therapy, OT, speech therapy, and I believe you said one more, but I'm not sure. And they're not supportive of ABA. Uh, but the neurologist did give you a referral supporting it or for reasoning for it. Well, first off, always understand that it's up to you. Especially if you already have somebody who's referring it, just always understand that it's up to you. Um, and if you have a referral for it and you have the resources to get it, maybe give it a try and see what you think of it. And if you give it a try and it's something that you think that he's benefiting from, that's all that matters. It's just something that If you try it, if you were to get it for him, the neurologist has given you the opportunity to get it. If you get it for him, um, you can try it out. You won't get this window of time back.
Okay, but
And so it, I mean, it is sometimes included in its part. It is included sometimes in early intervention.
hey, Marcia, welcome, welcome. You have entered into our weekly discussion. Let's talk autism session. Anything autism goes. So if you have a question or you can help out in the chat, feel free. It's all about parents helping parents. And Karina says, did you read this one already?
Uh, no, no,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
read that.
Does your child know when to stop eating? Mine doesn't. To the point that he will bring back food and eventually throw up. Oh, I've had to cut him off and he gets so angry and throws a tantrum. What are some suggestions? So he's constantly eating even if he's not hungry. Anyone go through that? Snacks.
Um, so while we're waiting for that one, Gloria says the same thing. Yes, always go with your gut. You have a referral, like Linda said. Give it a try. See how interaction goes. So I scrolled back up and I see that you have OT, PT, speech therapy, and early steps. I'm not exactly sure what early steps is, but for PT and OT and speech therapy to say that, oh, ABA is not necessary. They all do their own thing. For them to all say that they don't feel that ABA is necessary, they're all doing their own thing. Um, they're all in their own class of therapies already. Their neurologist prescribed it. If I were you, and I'm just saying this because I'm a mother of a child on the spectrum, and we had ABA in her early intervention, and I felt like it was beneficial. If it was prescribed by the neurologist, maybe it's worth looking into, giving it a try, and seeing what you think. If you feel like it's worth your time and worth his time, and he's benefiting, then it might be worth keeping.
Mm,
A lot of people will. A lot of people, especially in this group, are on waiting lists. They would love to have it. They can't afford it. It's not covered. They don't have access to it where they live. It might be something worth looking into. It was prescribed, and because only one of your people on your medical staff prescribed it, I think that's not to be minimized. I think you should. It was the neurologist who prescribed it. I think you should look into it.
yeah, definitely.
Hmm. And it
Definitely.
was the neurologist at that. It wasn't the. It was the OT, PT, speech therapist who said that it wasn't necessary. They didn't want to overwhelm him. ABA too, I think, is a very very valuable therapy because
Uh,
it crosses so many different areas.
mhm. And you can also work with the therapist. So,
Because it's so fine tuned to him and to what you need help with, and yeah.
yeah. So my son used to eat, and this is Maya. My son used to eat like that, and I had to prepackage his snacks, and it helped him to transition and not get too angry. Oh, so that was for you, Karina. That's oh, okay. There you go. I've tried 3 meals, third meal being light, such as cereal and bananas and yogurt with granola, but he always wants more. Wow. And Maya says, I could not take him out without him doing the eat until he would get sick. Okay.
Roxy says, Paula Rodriguez, if it were my child, I would take the opportunity because if your neurologist says it says it'll be beneficial, then it's for a reason. Why not see how it works for your child? I agree.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, if you can always give it a chance, and
Mm-hmm.
if you feel it's not working out, then remove it from his therapy. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be beneficial for your child,
Yeah.
especially
Mm-hmm.
at this stage. You know.
Yeah, and the neurologist is one of the doctors, like so the pediatrician, the neurologist, the psychologist. So like the neurologist, psychologist, psychiatrist, those are the doctors right there that prescribe the OT, the PT, the speech therapist, the ABA. Those are the ones who prescribe it. So the OT, the speech therapist, the PT, those aren't the ones who prescribe it. The neurologist is the one who prescribes it. So those other ones aren't really the ones who are to say yay or nay, he needs it or not. It's the neurologist who would be the ones who knows.
And Catherine says, Karina, about snacks, you can try food planning menu and involving him in planning. Maybe once he sees that it's fun, he will want to get on a schedule with 3 meals a day. You can try to give him 1 or 2 snacks in between the meals during the day, but towards nighttime, maybe try water or something like juice that would fill him up, or one of those chewy bars or something small, and he won't throw up if he tantrums. I would get to his level and let him know that you understand that he's up. I can't see the rest of that because it cuts off in stream here.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Got to get on the other part. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me see. Where was I at? Mm, okay, here it is. Okay, if he tantrums, I would get to his level and let him know that he's upset, but time for bed and don't want him sick. Okay, yep, that's a good idea. And Bridget says, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I agree with Catherine, but I would also do a timesheet schedule. Every day we eat breakfast at this time, snack at this time. Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good idea too. Maya says I do light meals and 2 prepackaged snacks between a small snack and something to drink. And Karina says, yes, I will definitely try this. I'm told, oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay.
Gloria says most of the time I only see people complain about ABA when they get a therapist that tries to stop a child from stimming, even when the stimming is not harmful to them or anyone else. Most ABA therapists don't want to strip away a child's self-regulating behavior. They normally help with things like life skills and children need to learn to help them be successful in school and beyond. And that's true. The other thing too is if you find something that you don't like about ABA, question is it ABA therapy or is it staff or is it the company, and try to pinpoint what it is that you don't like about it if there's something you don't like, because we've gone through ABA throughout the years with my 15-year-old, and a lot of the companies have different ways to do things. They have different workers, they have different ABA techs, they have different ways to do things. So it may not be the ABA therapy itself, it could be the policies of a company. It could be the personality between you and the supervising staff. It may be personality between you and the ABA tech, or the child and the ABA tech. So you have to really differentiate between the therapy itself and the staff. And it has to be a match, because if your child doesn't click with the tech, always know that you have a right to express that, what the issues are, if there is an issue, and be but they will show him how to eat with utensils. They will help him do things, dress himself, help with his clothing, his different things, writing with pencil, drawing, coloring, things that he will need in school, in life. I can't hear you. Oh, no. Ashley says, any suggestions on how to get a nonverbal 3-year-old to eat? He lives on chocolate milk at the moment. Only chocolate milk?
Catherine, I'm sorry. Miguel is, I'm thinking he's in Africa. Their system is a little different, or their society is a little different than ours. Hi, Sherry.
Yes.
Karina, I used to go through that. We had to put him on a schedule, like school. We stick with it. We eat when we eat. We put food up so our son doesn't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Plan plenty of indoor and outdoor activities to keep him occupied. Oh, great suggestions. Yep, I will be on it.
Gloria says, right, you can always find a great therapist. It may take some time, but they're out there. Exactly, Linda. Yes, there are. And Nita's found hers. Yep. And there are, because you want to find somebody who's, number one, reliable.
Yeah.
And the texts are not always reliable. They may come and go, and they may not be reliable. You want to find somebody who likes the job, who and who's in it because they like the job, not because it's a job. If they're there because they like the job, they will be there for a while. So yeah, so that's why I say don't be afraid to speak up. If there's something you don't like, speak up about it. And when you speak up about things like that, they won't just throw you with any tech. They will wait until they find a reliable tech. They will know that you will be the one to complain about the tech. So they will wait until they find one that, oh, wait, we're going to have to find one. We're not going to just throw anyone with them, because she's going to be the one to say something.
Make sure it's a good match for your child.
Exactly.
Yep, and stick around. The thing is, like, the first couple of weeks until you're comfortable, like we have home and center base. Stick around. The first, when she started, I was right there. I didn't move. I watched everything she did. I made sure my son was comfortable. And when he got comfortable, now they have their little section in the house, that they do that therapy, and I stay out of the way. So when they're here, if they need me, or when it's a certain time where I need to learn something to do with him, then I'll come in or intervene with something. But yeah.
And you'll be able to tell, because then they'll start requesting them. Like Emily will request, and then get ready to cry when Josephine's getting ready to leave, things like that. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, you just, you'll know the difference. And what I did was, I didn't like a company, so they tried to put me back with this company, and I said, oh, no, I'm going to need a new company this time. And we went with a different company, just the policies weren't working, and Emily couldn't do 3-hour minimums. We had to go smaller because if she got too tired, they wanted her to sit there and stay awake, and she's on medication in the morning that makes her sleepy in the afternoon, and it's not going to be beneficial for her to hate ABA, so I have to stay awake and hate it. So we had to go with a different company if that was their policy. So don't know that the company's not going to work for us. So we got rerouted. I said, no, we'll wait for another company. And that's what we did. But we have to speak up when things
Yeah,
like that happen.
definitely. And hi, Alicia. Hi, ladies. Thank you for doing this. This is great. Thank you, Alicia. This is fun. I like getting to hear parents feel. Yep, that's what it's all about. Parents helping parents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really
And
enjoying muchas
it's nice
gracias.
to hear.
Yay.
And Roxy said goodnight. Roxy said, well, I'm going to say goodnight, everyone. I have to start bedtime routine. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Good night, Roxy.
Good night, Roxy.
Oh, and Ashley said he eats apples as well. So chocolate milk and apples.
Okay.
I would probably talk to his pediatrician. And since he's still young, I would probably talk to his pediatrician either about feeding therapy or ABA and feeding therapy.
And Karina says, got me all teary eyed. Thank you very much. Means so much to me. Sherry Rose, I had to fire a tech or two that came to my home. And now when they call me, they know. Be the mama bear you have to be. Your child deserves the best. Yes.
Yep.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yep.
I'm thankful that we found a good match, and my son adores her. He misses her, and he knows the schedule, and he knows when she's supposed to be here and she's late. He'll say, "Maya, come in. Maya, come in." Yeah, Maya, you're supposed to be on time.
My son likes to run back and forth, never sit down. No, never sit down. Nonverbal. He's 5. Anything you think I can do?
What is that again?
My son likes to run back and forth, never sits down, nonverbal. He's 5. Anything you can think I can do? He might. That could be his stimming, though.
Yeah, that definitely could be a
Mm-hmm.
stimming.
It
'Cause
could be.
I have one that does that. That will not sit
Mm-hmm.
still, and he's
Yeah.
13.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine. Well, I can see a 5-year-old, but I have a 13-year-old that
Yeah.
constantly moving, that just cannot sit down. He jumps. I know that's his stem.
Yeah. Yeah. The jumping is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be.
Yeah. He jumps like a spring. Like he bounces. Like yeah. He does that. I see that he does that like on his like his laser like springs.
Mm-hmm. Sherry says, Karina, stay encouraged, stay consistent, teach them no means no, don't give in, good luck. And Catherine says, that is stimming.
Yeah, Gloria says, keep exposing him, maybe get him a referral to feeding therapy. Find out if there's a sensory issue. We are trying new feeding therapists tomorrow morning. Hey, Gloria, let us know how that goes. Yeah, Ashley, I agree. And if you do the same, Ashley, let us know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Gloria, thank you. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, it is. It can go through your pediatrician. He may refer you through speech therapy, the speech therapist in hospital or in the clinic, or he may send you through ABA, which also does feeding therapy.
Hi, Emily. Emily says, I'm new to the group. My son Liam is 6 years old. Welcome. middle of the spectrum, and I am so happy to see you both bringing conversation to relate to. Love it all. Thank you. Continue to join us every week. Every week.
Yep.
And if you have any suggestions or you can help another parent in the comments, feel free.
Um, Gloria says, Rose White, does he do this constantly? Is he overstimulated and trying to regulate himself? Possibly try indoor trampoline or exercise ball instead of a chair to sit on. That's what we did with Emily. She used to stand and she used to do this rock back and forth. She would put one leg in front, one leg in back, and she would just rock back and forth standing there. Watching TV, whatever she did, she would do that. She would never sit down. So we bought her the little mini trampoline and we bought her also the big exercise ball. And so she would use one of the two while she was watching TV.
Mhm.
And it kind of let her move around and do things like that while she was watching TV.
Yeah, we had the trampoline for DeAndre when he was little. The one that had the ABCs and the
Mm-hmm.
numbers that would count.
Mm-hmm.
But it got so he would jump so high, you know, we had to take that thing apart. I got scared because it was indoor. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he would just jump. It was like, oh no. Yeah. But yeah. Those are good to have though. They're good to have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Hey, Leslie.
Yeah, and Karina says he has too much energy. Take him to indoor play gym, like indoor park district. Yeah, and the jumping places too. He may enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
is
what
it?
I thought too.
Sky Zone. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And jump highway and things like that.
Catherine says, what about trying some sensory bags or some activity at the table? Hi, Anna. Anna says, I had concern. I had my son IEP today. My biggest things is for him to find some way of communication. He's nonverbal, although he does say a few words at home. My son doesn't work well with visuals, and he doesn't like any source of device like an iPad. Wow, really? That's the first time I really heard. Well, not the first time, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, he does
Yeah.
seem to work a little with sign language, but the school finds that that is no source of communication. Wow, really? Because mostly every kid works with iPad. I am sad because so you're saying the school is discouraging him from doing the sign language? Till now I feel part of his frustration. Really? Is that what it is? The school, and usually they encourage it if it's not a way. Well, I don't know. I don't know about how all schools work, but that would be a shame if they are not allowing him to sign. Or would that have to be, Linda, would that have to be part of his IEP?
If they, I mean, anything can go in IEP. Anything, long
Okay.
as it's not like illegal or violent or uncalled for. But if um if that's how he communicates, and he, I mean, and it's yeah, if that's how he communicates, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
yeah, that's a shame
Hmm.
if that's what they're doing, saying
Hmm.
no, we don't, we're discouraging that. Hey,
Yeah.
Leslie. Leslie says Grace runs, hops, and hums all day. That's her stimming. Hmm.
Because if you think about it, if it's a kid who goes to school and he speaks Spanish, or he speaks, that's what he speaks. I mean, you're gonna refuse, to listen to him. You're gonna refuse, to understand him
Right, right.
or to hear him.
Sherry says, my son bounces on his therapy ball. So for his birthday, I got him a trigger point massage stick. And I roll it on his legs and head, and he calms down and goes to sleep. Hmm. Trigger
That's like
point.
the
Okay.
that's like the brushing.
Mhm. Yeah, they
Uh,
do have brush therapy,
mhm.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, okay, I'm gonna say Tamara because I think that's the one that I said. Okay, so hi Tamara. Um, where was that one? I forgot where the other comment was. My daughter is jealous of a baby I got for the weekend. What can we do to help her? How old is the baby? My son would never pick up signing, so we have to let him talk when he wants and encourage him to talk. Works so far. That's Ashley.
Hmm. Karina says, I am in Chicago. If you're ever not happy with IEP or plans or goals in place, talk to your case manager and have a meeting set up with your caseworker and teacher. Re-strategize his learning methods. If not, go up the chain of command. Do not back. That's right. And if you don't have a caseworker, or even if you do, you have every right as a parent to say to those teachers and at school and at administration that I want to sit down and have a meeting about my child. And you are right, Karina. Don't back down. Don't back down. If you're not satisfied with your IEP, never sign anything that you're not satisfied with. Ever.
Because once you sign it, it's so difficult to go back and change it. You could even go get another IEP, but to change it, the wording to undo it is a little difficult. So
And they
just
will they will try to discourage you from changing
mhm,
something.
exactly. So just don't pretend to agree with it first, and then think about going to change it later. Just if you don't agree with it, just do not sign it. And they will ask you at the end of that meeting, do you agree with everything that we talked about? Just don't be afraid to say no. And when it comes up and they're asking you, or they're telling you, just right then, no, just speak up
Yep, just speak up.
and throw out your idea on how you think things should be.
And Leslie
Uh,
says, I need for my daughter, I have to rub her back and arms every night so she'll go to sleep. Aw, oh, your son is 10.
so it's Anna. Is that how you say your name? Anna.
Anna.
Um, Tamara, how old is your daughter? Gloria says to Anna, push for the sign language if that's his chosen language. See if there's another school in your district who offers sign language, and if not, they need to provide that for your son no matter what the expenses are that go with hiring a teacher or an aide that can sign. Use your IEP parental safeguards. Did you get a PWN with a refusal to do this? Because too, he has a special need, and if I feel like this is too, if somebody doesn't understand the language, uh, well, where's the translator, right? Where's somebody who does? And if this is the special needs department, if it's ASL, that's a special need
Yep, yep. And I would think that would be something available to.
for somebody nonverbal.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Hannah is 11. Okay, so Hannah's 11. She's very jealous of the 6 weeks old baby that Tamara's caring for the weekend. And the baby is really 7 days old because it's a preemie. So,
Oh,
but she's really jealous of the baby. She wants to know what she can do to help uh, Hannah not be so jealous. That's
um,
yeah.
Yeah, that is toughy, but I would try to give her a little attention, maybe
Hmm.
while they're holding the baby, maybe bring
Hmm.
her over and,
Hmm.
have her interact with the baby a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, she wants
it's
her.
hard because it's such a short time,
Hmm.
because it's so sudden, but then it's going to be over so quickly.
Hmm. And Karina says, make sure everyone is there present that is supposed to be there. If you not sure, take an experienced person or advocate who will advocate on your child's behalf. Yes, definitely. Um, Catherine says, y'all are all truly amazing parents. Keep pushing forward every day. This is amazing. As an RBT, I love hearing your side of the issues at home and school. It helps me to learn. Well, great, Catherine. Thank you. Karina says, I reached out to the district person called ODLSS, Officer of Diverse Learning Support and Services, to assist me with understanding things. And if you're in a public school area, check, like here, we have workshops for IEPs, and they're free for parents, and they'll go over everything you need to know. What's that law? Help me out. I'll be missing words, Linda. Uh,
What?
the law that goes with the
Hey,
IEP.
wait, what happened to your sound?
You can't hear me?
Oh, now I can. Okay, what happened? Okay, what?
It's what's the name of that law that goes with the IEP? I'm always forgetting stuff. Starts with a W, I think. Is it? What am I thinking of? But anyway, these workshops will go over everything with you for free. If you have an hour or two, it only takes an hour or two of your day. Just check with your district, and I would say go and attend every teachers meeting. If you need to bring up something with the board, go to the board meetings. Get you a team together, and your team can be anybody. Along with the teachers and their team, you have your own personal team. You have your go baby team.
Mhm. Yeah, Gloria says IDA, IDEA.
ID, IDEA. Okay,
Hmm.
that's what I'm looking for. Let me write that down.
And Danielle says FAPE. I'm still those. Oh.
Okay, I I don't know exactly if that's the ones I'm looking for, but
Oh, rights law, I think was what you're talking about.
is that what I'm thinking?
That's what Gloria just said, rights law, and
Right.
you said
Okay.
W. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to. My man, I be getting those brain fogs, y'all. Mhm.
I just know the parents' rights, so I don't even know what you're talking about. I just know there's some parents' rights. I'm about to read about these because I know I have some rights. I don't even know what
I
the
am
law's called.
right.
Exactly, because I just know they give you those parents' rights every year.
Yep, Danielle. Yep, yep. Right, Slaw. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate. See, that's why us parents could come together and, you know, go to all workshops. Keep yourself informed, educated on laws and programs. That's right, Karina. Exactly. And Danielle says we all have that fault. Thank you, everyone, for your help. I appreciate it. I feel supported, not alone. You are definitely not alone. Even if we can't solve your problems, we can talk about it, we can brainstorm, and you never know. As parents getting together, we may come up with a solution.
Exactly. And even if we don't, maybe some parents, because if we can get all these group of people together, there's only two of us, but maybe somebody else in here will have your answer.
And that's another good thing, Karina, because yes, you are entitled for FMLA. With my job, you either get 12 weeks or you can use, well, with us, with my particular job, we get up to 12 weeks, and I was able to use my days intermittently, meaning if I just had to take one day out of the week to do something for my son, I was able to call in Hey, I got FMLA. Um, they uh they give you a form in HR. You take it to, I mean, not HR. They FMLA that handles the people that handle our FMLA. They give us a form, take it to the doctor that treats your child, and they will fill it out. And yes, you get FMLA for autism. Period. That is covered under FMLA. So, yep, definitely. And if for those of you who work, FMLA is a law. So make sure you look into it. And you are entitled to 12 weeks of FMLA time. Good points you brought up, because a lot of parents are, we see a lot of people in a group that are always saying they going to lose their job because they don't have the time. Now, the thing about FMLA, you will not get paid for those days, but you will be excused. So if you have an emergency, and you don't have to worry about getting points taken off of you or anything. So you will have that day to do what you need to do for your child.
Imogene King says my grandson has a Chase, the dog from Build-A-Bear store. He has had since he was 1. He is now 4, and the Chase goes everywhere with him, even to school. If he don't have Chase, he is off the wall until he finds him. He sleeps with Chase the dog. The first thing in the morning, he has to see Chase dog. Sometimes Chase is with him while he eats. Is this a security thing or a companion as a friend since he is an only child? I say it's a security thing. My Emily had when she was 3. They went to Build a Bear and they made a bear, teddy bear, and she had a bear. She had that, I think. Let me see. So she made that in '08, and she had it probably until she had it probably for 5 years. She was probably really attached to it. She still has it. So it's probably 5, 6 years she had it. And she was really, really attached to that. And like I said, she still has it, and she's 15 now. I think she was just really attached to it. I don't think it was a friend. Um, it was her security thing, I think.
Hmm.
And yeah, and yeah, she was just really attached to it.
Hmm.
But remember, I did that on our page before. I said, what was your child attached to?
That's true. Hmm.
Yeah, she went through her different things that she was attached to, and that was one of them. And if she lost it, oh my goodness,
I had a
she would be
picture.
she would be playing with her toys, and then she would jump up all of a sudden, a teddy bear, and she would just start screaming. And we're like, oh no, we got all, and all of us would jump up and start. All 5 of us start looking for a teddy bear. We start just going to look for it, and it would just be lost under her blanket or lost under the toys she was playing with, and we'd give it to her. And she'd be like, oh, okay, teddy bear. But yeah, she would just, oh my goodness.
Now, that I don't know if they do 12 weeks for, um, because you know what? I did try one time for his dual diagnosis, but they told me I could only one set of FMLA time for, the family. For me, I did try that though. Not too many companies in my area. Oh, really? I Even if you work part time, because it's a federal law. I would check into that, and I don't know, because I know I do have to work 40 hours. I have so many hours. I'm sorry, for the year. I don't necessarily have to work full time, but for the whole year, I have had to have accumulated 1,200 hours to qualify for FMLA the next year. Get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I would have had to work 1,200 hours. Like this year, because we've been laid off, when I go back to work, I won't qualify because I don't have that 1,200.
Oh.
So I would have to work until I get 1,200 hours, and then I could have the doctor fill out the paperwork, because we have to do it every year. Every year. Catherine says, so here's the thing, I have Asperger's as well. So for me, my dial is a security thing. but I can't have it at work, so I've learned to cope with a picture of it on my. Oh, really? Okay. So it's a security thing. So I understand security comforts. All right. Karina says, my baby needed me to care for his bum. He had a pull up rash, and I wanted to take time off to care for him for a week. After dedicating 13 years, you would think it wouldn't be. Oh, they're giving you an issue about time off, Karina? Wow. Yes. Yep. 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 Because our requirements are 1,200 working hours a year. Let's see. Yeah, company here makes sure you don't work that many, so we can't get it. That's why I have lost so many jobs. Wow. In a so let's do up about 5 minutes because I still got some energy, and I want to finish my chair. So, you guys, is there anyone who wants to come on and say something live for our last 5 minutes? This is just the no more talk about autism. This is our chill time. These last 5 minutes, so I will share the link in the live, and if you'd like to join us just to say hello, you are welcome. So I'm going to put it here.
And you want to send me the link, and then I will post it here?
Okay.
Sorry.
So, did I put the right one in? Okay. I think I did. Okay. I'm sending it to you now.
Okay.
Here. Okay. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Hmm. So all you have to do is click on that link. And if you want to have a little chill talk for the last 5 minutes, you are welcome to join us.
So anybody who wants to join in the watch party where I just posted this link, if you click on that link, it'll help you join our watch party. I mean the live, or you can join in on camera right here. I was like, couldn't even think. I am so tired today.
Hmm. This is our last 5 minutes, Catherine. So this is just kind of, uh, bye-bye time right now. But you contact us and maybe we can put you on the schedule. That would be great.
Oh, excuse me.
Stop doing that, Linda.
Sorry.
Stop.
Well, if someone didn't wake me up at what 5:59, no, if someone didn't ask if I was awake at 5:59, I wouldn't have felt obliged to message back. And I probably would have laid there for another hour or so, pretending to sleep.
Well, I guess no one wants to come on. Oh. Oh. Well, make sure you guys join us Sunday. We'll have another open discussion.
Ooh, Gloria is in her jacuzzi.
What?
Wait, where does Gloria live? That she's in an indoor
What?
jacuzzi? Where does Gloria live?
Oh, I'm jealous now. A
Oh, Gloria,
jacuzzi?
where do you live? Mm-hmm. Or she mean like a jacuzzi, like a bathtub jacuzzi? Either way,
Right.
either way, I'm pushing block. No, just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So, okay, everybody. Make sure you join us on Sunday.
What do you guys do to relax or have some alone time?
Bath.
Sangria is great.
Sangrias
Bath.
are good.
Karina said that.
I go in my woman cave, which is my bedroom. Close the door, put on some music. Hmm. My sanctuary. Oh, I should get me a jacuzzi like Gloria.
Oh, it's a bath. Yeah, she said it's a jacuzzi bathtub because she
That's
lives in
so nice.
Ohio.
So you have the
hmm
jets. You know what? That's
Yeah.
what I want to do. Maybe that'll be my next upgrade. When I
hmm
do my next upgrade for the house, is get me one of those jets. Oh my God.
hmm
Oh my goodness. Wonderful.
Shopping, spa day. Wait, nails. Oh my goodness. I hate getting my nails done. Oh my
I used to get
goodness.
mine done, but
I want to cry.
I haven't been since I've been off.
I want to cry every time I have to go get my nails done. I actually took my nails off this last time. I was like, you know what? I'm not even. I was like, I was like last time I got them done was like October, I think. I was like, no, I am. It's like I am taking a break. I hate going to get them done. You should see Steve every time. I'd rather go work out. I'd rather go work out than to go.
Really? Get the nails done. Yeah,
I'd
I
rather
haven't
be at the
done it
gym.
in months. I haven't seen a
Mm,
nail tech in months. Um,
can't stand it. It's like a chore to me. I can't stand sitting there getting my nails done.
mm,
Huh. Spa day. Spa might be all right. I'd rather take a nap. And
yes,
shopping is like,
I have to be in the
and
mood.
yeah,
I have to really be in the mood to shop
yeah,
because,
me too.
you know, they talk about how men go in there and get what they need and out. That's me. I don't like
Yeah, that's me too.
unless it's around a holiday. I might spend a little more time, but otherwise, it's like I go in, get what I need, and I don't even like going with anybody else because they take too long. I just
Right? Right? You know what I started doing too? You know how I shop now? I will shop through Walmart's pickup for grocery pickup.
uh,
And because my son works that department, so I'll be like, Mom, that's your groceries. He said he looked at someone, saw my name on there. Yes, I will pick up my groceries now, and I will pick up my Target. If I'm picking up something small right around the corner, I will pick up my Target pickup, like, because you get to stay in the car. I
and
was
they
like,
deliver.
okay.
They
Yeah,
deliver.
they're starting to deliver now.
I've
They
tried
said my Walmart. I was
I
like,
did the
yes,
delivery service twice. I was like, "Now
yeah,
this will just make you too lazy." But I was
yeah.
like, "Wow."
I was
I
like, I'll
went
never
on
have to leave
that
the house again.
right, and then they
hmm
show you everything you need, and if they don't
Yeah,
have it,
hmm
they call you and be like, "Miss Dawson, they don't have
exactly.
such and such. Would you like some?" Girl, bring me my
Right.
groceries.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like. I won't have to leave any. And Steve will still go. I was like, why don't you do pickup? Because I like to relax and go shopping. What?
Well,
Not me.
that's
I
my
will go.
quiet time.
I was doing Target pickup. Then they started doing the walk it out to your car. I was like, oh no, I will never see the inside of Target again. And
They
then Walmart started to do delivery.
Yeah, that's how Myers is. Myers deliver. Oh my goodness. Especially when I
Yeah.
know I have to do that, a lot of fill up the house with a lot of stuff.
hmm
But I tried it twice and I was like, oh, I had my feet up. I was like, I like this. And they bring
Yeah.
to your door. And if you want them to bring them into the little, I'm like, come on, come on. Thank you.
What you said? They'll be putting it in the cabinets. They'll be like, "What was you gonna do with this ingredients?" Well, I was gonna make this. If you put this and this and this, it'll come out to this recipe. For real, I'm so. Oh my goodness, I just don't want to go into stores no more. I do
Me
not like to shop
either.
anymore.
I don't
Mm.
either. But I did like my little office I'm putting together. Everything Amazon.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm sorry.
right.
Best Buy
hmm
and Amazon.
See, anything you can buy online, I really don't have to go out anymore to the stores anymore. It's a waste of time to me. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
a waste. Yeah.
So, okay, everybody, I'm getting ready to get off so I can finish up my little space while I'm up, because in a minute I'm gonna start being like this. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later. Well,
Yep. See you guys later.
make sure
We'll
you
see you guys
join us
on.
Sunday.
Yep. See you guys on Sunday. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.